Man, y'all know the face, y'all know the name. Y'all tuned into the world's realest podcast, Talk Ain't Cheap podcast, hosted by yours truly, Mr. It's a Movie, Cletus Real Talk. And like in traditional Talk Ain't Cheap fashion, I'm in my vibe. Like I said, I'm in my vibe. We outside today. We not where we traditionally at. Like, you know, we usually be in some real tropical places and shit. I know y'all can't see it, but if y'all know, y'all know. But today we in the Bronx. We in the Bronx. We in the boogie down. This is crazy. I know once I start doing videos and shit, y'all gonna really fuck with it. But by the time I get there, y'all get it. And I got some special guests here with me. And y'all know in traditional Talk Ain't Cheap fashion, I do not introduce my guests. So guests, please introduce yourselves.
Yo, what's the words, James?
Good with it, Willyynova.
Yo, Willie, get closer to the mic, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hear me loud and clear. Willyynova.
All right. James, you think we should drop the mic? Let's drop the mic a little bit.
Yeah, let's
get acclimated.
We're not even situated in this fact.
We straight?
Yeah, we good.
Cletus
Sound good?
Yeah, we Gucci. We
I just want
Gucci.
to let the record be known. Cletus popped up with this podcast on us. I didn't know he was doing a podcast, Cletus, but we gonna do this podcast.
You said last time, like, yo, my bro is out here. We gotta do things.
Is that joint good though?
Nah, we good. He was like, we gotta do things, my bro. We gotta get him on the podcast. We gotta get radio. We gotta get him outside. I'm like, shit. All right, if you want to do a podcast, who else? Who else?
Yeah,
we outside. Like, this is New York. Like, it's only right. So welcome to Talk Ain't Cheap podcast. My guest is here, and there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
it's the summertime.
Summer in June in New York.
Summer in June, just the beginning.
Shout out Pierre.
It's the beginning of the summertime in New York.
It's fucking hot out there, man.
It's very hot outside. I got a question for you, Willie.
I'm all ears right now. It's good.
What's better, summer in Chicago or summer in New York?
I ain't gonna lie. Before I even answer that, I gotta spend more time in New York. I ain't fully indulged yet to give an honest opinion yet, but I know Chicago summertime is top tier. It's unmatched for real. It's a hard to compare alone, just knowing coming from there. But for sure, I ain't gonna lie, I love it in New York, so I ain't finna just give it the dub immediately.
Yeah.
We gonna test the waters.
Okay.
Scope the scenery type shit.
Okay. James, what about you? Summer in New York or summer in LA? Especially, let me take it a step further. Juneteenth in New York or Juneteenth in LA?
I never even experienced the Juneteenth in New York, but I can say that shit. Juneteenth goes up in LA, especially South Central LA. Feel me? Specifically Leimert Park.
Leimert Park does go crazy.
It goes crazy for Juneteenth. I unfortunately won't be there this year, but I do. My thing is summer in New York and summer in LA. In my experience, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Everybody got their own vibe. What I do fuck with about New York is that it's a city that's built around people being on foot and being like in close communication with people. Feel me? Say like you're gonna see somebody side to side, day by day, and it makes sense why everybody's like so fresh out here because you literally gonna see a motherfucker every day. Like in LA, people most of the time in their cars and shit like that, and it's a lot of opportunity to be kind of more secluded inside of a city. But we do go up though. Oh God, like I don't know. Summer in LA is the best summer that you could ever have in your life though. I'm not gonna lie. We got the beach. You wanna be at the beach at the summertime. Not to say that niggas don't go to Coney Island or Long Island or whatever. But we got that real beach shit.
Yeah, I do have that beach out there.
It's that lifestyle, the like summertime lifestyle. It's summertime every day in LA.
That shit is different.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a big Aries. So when the sun come out tomorrow, we outside, we playing this shit. So I feel it. Very talented group. So Willie, you don't really know me. I don't think you really know me like that.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar.
Yeah. So I knew of you from the garden. Yeah. You should be on the couch. Yeah, right next to you, Willie.
I got it.
So I heard of. So we obviously first things first. We all Grand fam here.
Right.
So that's big. That's the first thing. We all Grand fam here. Foremost. So that's a big thing. Shout out to Grand fam. Second, at Grambling, while I was there, I was only at Grambling for 15 months, 16 months. I wasn't there too long. I was there, but when I was there, it was a good time to be at the G. We won the SWAC. You know what I'm saying?
Which year was this?
This was 17, 18. So 17, 18, I was there. Like at the end of 16. End of 16, 17, 18.
I ain't get that till spring 19. I wasn't around.
So
you caught the good gram, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I caught the gram before they started shooting up Homecoming.
Before shit started getting critical out there.
Yeah. What was Graham like for you, and what kind of music were you making at that time?
I'd say throughout that period, I was really just like throwing shit at the wall, kind of like how I do now. I mean, I'm more precise and like stubborn with like how I, go straight towards like my lane with the shit. But back then, I was really kind of like just doing everything. I was having fun with it, really making music. I wasn't really disciplined with it on like a scale of like what I was going for. So naturally, I was just doing shit. But I also didn't really share too much experiences with working with people until like past 2020. Really like 2021, truthfully. Like really when I started working with other people. So that was really like, my introduction to just the art alone. Like just doing it by myself completely. Not really having no community behind it or like really a bunch of people to do it with. I was just kind of figuring this shit out. But around that time, like I was making, regular trap shit or just really just like kind of similar to the spoken word type of approach I still have today. I was kind of like, I'm still very much the same rapper I was then, just way sharper now, of course, and the experience over time, it gave me a different way to pull from it, a different way to, see it, and the control level comes with time, of course, too.
So you were just in the space where you just being creative, just trying your best to figure out, what sounds good, what's going to stick if you throw it to the wall type of thing, huh? Yeah.
More so because it was like I was making it for me. So if it stuck to the wall or not, I ain't give a shit. Still today. Y'all have the privilege to perceive it because I put it out there. But beyond that, I mean, shit, I'm not looking for no opinions. I'm not looking for people to even say they love it or not. You know what I'm saying? People do. That's what keep it circulating to other people. That's all I care for it for. Keep talking about it. Go ahead and chime in and throw your 2 cents. That's fine with me. But at the end of the day, shit, I was happy with the shit as soon as I exported it. So.
Word is bond.
I feel it. So you're not chasing accolades, but if they come, they come.
Oh yeah, because I already won. The game didn't even start till I already didn't finish the fourth quarter on y'all ass. like that's the whole bargain. It's so funny because by the time it reached people, you know what I'm saying, it's finished in my book. I'm already on the next thing. I'm already did some more shit that motherfuckers is premeditated with the shit. It's not even coming yet, but I've already worked over the critiques and the strategic ways of thinking differently behind every move I make. It's a chess game.
Okay.
I got new styles coming out next year that I already thought about. Okay.
So would you say during that time at Grambling you was really working on your consistency? Because I ain't gonna lie, before you came up to Grambling, I was working with James like just in the cut. Like we was really putting up half court shots like every time we linked up. Like I think the J Prince, when we did that whole thing for J Prince was crazy. Yeah. Just getting the garden even just started.
Right.
Like just having artists in the tuck pulling up in this dude's dorm room with records on the wall. Like just all right, we all say we do music, let's see who's serious. Like we was having producer camps and like rapper camps before they were called like producer and rapper camps.
I believe he definitely told me a whole bunch of stories and shit. Yeah, I definitely came in that motherfucker with the approach that like, this is what y'all on. I'm gonna get with it, man. Shit for sure. Because it was not like I had any ambitions of doing anything with any so-called group until, of course, the guard came around. I mean, a part of that was just like me falling in alignment with it too. I wasn't really looking for it. Naturally alone, the art is something that was so personal to me. I didn't see it as something I could really, fixate with other people with, because everybody's energy level and passion towards the art alone is so different. you know what I'm saying, being in different regions of the world too, and, you know, in environments of people who so-called may love the shit or may not, you know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers do it for a hobby, and that's not something I don't condone either. You can absolutely do that, but that don't mean hit my DM like, let's work, gang.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that, you know what I'm saying? We both got different meters of love for it, and the people who love it the most will be the people I would spend the most time building with.
I feel the same. You know, when you make music with people, it's just like, I don't think there should be any boundaries between where your creativity lies and goes to. Whatever your brain is feeding into, I'm always telling people, do that, follow that ear. Like, even with me and Willie, like, when we first started making music together, we was locked the fuck in. It's like very beginning of his career. But I'm like telling him, like, yeah, bro, like, you know, like, I got you, whatever, throughout your whole career. But I want you to go out there and meet new producers and meet new people who can take your sound to places where I can't take it. And it just, like, through that, he was able to expand his world and expand really all of our worlds around that, from him just being curious with what he can create. And there's just a thing with a lot of people I've worked with where they become too dependent on the producer, which is cool. Like, producer artist, like, relationships are cool, but like, if you're an artist, you shouldn't have any boundaries, or there shouldn't be any one set way or person or thing that does it for you. You should find other ways to, like, expand your creativity. Like, for me, my whole life, I've produced my music, and it's not until like last year and this year where I really started getting beats from other producers and expanding my sound. And I'm just going crazy in it because I've never done this since I've been making music 2012, like, all the way up until now. It's the first time I've ever did shit and, like, let other people in on what I actually sound like as an artist. And it's been good for me. Like, I've just been seeing all the results of just, like, the passion I've been putting into the work, and all these producers who have all these different sounds where I'm just like, whoa, I can say this and that on this specific thing. And I fuck with that, you know? Like, that shit is cool to me. And I want everybody who ever works with me or with anybody, any producer relationship, to know that, look, this person's fire, you should go to this person too. They should always even be a part of your projects, even like a producer that's cold and did something for you, or you even locked in with them on one thing. Then later on, I just did, like, you know, you may be on your project or something like that. I don't know. Like, I think that's a cool way to go.
So your first project, Willie,
Right,
was a you and James project.
Yeah, it considered a collab, yeah.
And James wasn't really rapping on that project.
Yeah, he fully produced it.
James, do you miss producing?
Sometimes I do. Like, sometimes it feels like, you know, it's an itch that needs to be scratched, or when I can't find anything that I'm looking for specifically, that specifically will make me want to produce. Like, if I'm not getting nothing, I can't find nothing nowhere, then I'm pulling it in. But I am kind of enjoying getting beats from people right now in this phase of my career. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been producing everything for how many years? Like 7 years? 7 years? I'm like, now I'm finally, like, not. And I'm just like, okay, well, I fuck with it. And when it comes back to me, because it will, and I'm going to be all in on it, just like I am when I'm rapping or when I'm producing or when I'm doing editing on videos, whatever I'm into, reading, working out, I'm all in on it. And so, like, when it comes back, I'll be all in on it again, and y'all have beats by me all over again, maybe under a different name.
That'll be fire, J3. No cap, but I think one thing I could appreciate about that time at the G was just not so much just consistency, but like building good habits.
Yeah,
I would say like that's one of the things I could also say like I've really noticed like working with a James or being in the studio until like 3-4 in the morning. Like, you just build really good habits of just going. And it makes you want to be even more creative because you're not only just hearing your own stuff, but you're hearing other people really try to approach music a certain type of way. You're hearing your own self and you're like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Damn, I got to say this again. It's like legit putting up 1,000,000 shots in the gym trying to play ball. So
I just like to say, like, going through this shit with my bro, like, when we've been doing this shit since we was in college, like, we preparing for this, but like this past trip specifically, it was like I got the biggest power boost ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? We tripped out on some shit when it first started. This nigga tripped me out and said I wasn't trying to kill my shit. He's like, you're not finishing your food. But it's been like me going into that portal and you know, just getting real creative. And we've made and done so much since being out here. And yeah, like I'm gonna go back to LA a different beast now. Like throughout all the workout that we just put in here. I mean, Willie is countless project. I mean, this is like first podcast where niggas really hearing it, but like this man has really put in work for like albums.
Yeah, there's been a big ass gap between like speaking on some platform like this for real, and like us actually covering ground.
Yeah.
Separately and as a team.
Yeah.
But shit, that's what the fuck we do this shit for. I'm gonna keep putting in work even when motherfuckers listening or not, you know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Or the cameras or the lights not on.
Yeah, when this shit gone, I ain't gonna lie, leave you no reason but to just put your head in that and just go to work. I eat this shit. Breathe and sleep, work.
We're both the type of artists that like leave the breadcrumbs. And like you leave the trail. Like if you didn't catch one or two albums, you're gonna come back and you're gonna listen to and you'll be like, oh shit.
It's definitely flavors to this shit, man. I'll be taking breaks on certain shit that I know I can cultivate very easily. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go for the challenge. That's the type of approach that's gonna keep me, you know what I'm saying, level-headed at the same time, humble, but yet I know when I'm on some shit that nobody could touch. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get like that because after a while I get so hyper fixated on certain projects that it makes me understand that I can make more, even crazier. That's the type of cognitive thinking that will birth that magnum opus for real. Because it could always be better. I'm always trying to figure out how I can make the project that I just put out to people that just perplexed them the way it did. How can I top that shit? I'm competing with it immediately. Like all that, I'm aiming for that shit. Like I'm finna cut that head off. Okay.
So my next question is an interesting question, and y'all figure out how y'all want to make this feel for y'all, because it could go either way for both of y'all. What's your infatuation or a fixation with Willie Mays?
Oh, my fixation with Willie Mays? I don't think Will has a fixation with
Yeah, see, that's where the ideas, you know what I'm saying, keep contrast, because that's a lot of the ideas on that project, Major Leagues, James. I give it all to him as far as like the whole narrative, as far as me channeling the energy and being able to spit the wizard shit on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It was really channeling. But we bounced ideas off each other, but a lot of the ideas for the whole project was his. Yeah. He built the blueprint for that. You know what I'm saying? I just rapped. No cap. I curated it as well. I picked the song order, but a lot of the ideas for them shits, the song names, the beat placement, you know what I'm saying, as far as construction wise, he did the neck bones on that motherfucker, put the greens in the crock pot, let that shit slow cook. You know what I'm saying? Came back for that motherfucker the next day and the shit was done. And it was fucking written like Nas, swear to God.
Oh my God, hey, he said it all.
Because also on your first project, you hinted at you have a record on there called Willie Mays.
Right.
So it's kind of like hinting towards Willie Mays.
Yeah, I did the knowledge too, but it was like really like the whole project is baseball oriented. So like we did the, you know, of course, research on Willie Mays, but it's like that whole energy is the channel like that's like, okay, but I'm Willie too. So of course, you know, you see the dynamic to where it's like, okay, I'm on that's some bravado type deal. Yeah. So it's just like, okay, how can I bring it out? I'm channeling these energies on different songs. That was the blueprint that helped me learn how to do this shit for my own personal projects that led forth. Because on the personal projects, that's where I got into me fully. And I had to know myself throughout that change in that 6-month period between those next couple projects. And that was really like an approach that I knew that I needed all along. You know what I'm saying? I knew gravitating towards being in my own boat and figuring out how to ride my own tide and shit. And not only that, but like really swimming and thriving and shit. I had to jump in that water alone. And that shit is what grew me as an artist. It helped me get to that burning bush like experience. And that burning bush, that's when the project came. You know what I'm saying? I named it that, but really before that, I made Novocaine. Novocaine was a project I made that waited and dropped after Burning Bush.
So something that's interesting to me that I just realized is that Bismillah and Burning Bush were kind of, I don't know if they were around the same time, but they were around very similar time periods of when y'all were like creating music.
I don't think so. I think I made that project before I met Will, actually.
Bismillah was...
Yeah, that was before I met Will. But Burning Bush came out in 2022.
Yep.
So yeah, that's when Will made his run.
Yeah, that was the first, like, really that put me in that. That's what I'm saying. I needed that. That was a spiritual awakening for sure.
Yeah, like he made the run on Burning Bush, and like that shit, like kind of like took him off in the underground scene. Everybody kind of like, oh, who is this person coming out of nowhere with this like crazy project? And then the follow up was like 2 months later or a month later. Like
I went on 3-peat that year.
Yeah,
I dropped 3 projects that year.
It was crazy, and like it was a real moment in the underground. Like that Novocaine after Burning Bush, and then at the end of Burning Bush, it was Martinelli Makalev. And that's the one that
Got Love Jade on it.
Yeah, and that shit just hit a milli. So shouts out to Willie. Shouts out to Willie for hitting a milli.
Yeah, hitting a milli.
How does that feel?
It didn't feel like shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I'm more so like focused on like making that shit look small. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't nothing. I was like, all right, bro. I'm trying to make this shit look small, but I definitely appreciate the fact that I had the mindset to appreciate when that shit was little. You know what I'm saying? When the shit was less than 1,000, you know what I'm saying? I was still feeling good about that motherfucker like it had 3 million. You know what I'm saying? That type of energy is what makes it had that snowball effect. Without that, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I probably wouldn't scrape nothing but a crumb or two or some shit like that because my energy was fucked up. That type of energy you can't build shit with. So naturally, I'm going to always appreciate my own music before I even launch it out to be, you know what I'm saying, ripped apart by everybody's opinions and thoughts and feelings and relations to it, or if they choose to dismantle ideas from it, you know what I'm saying? You put your shit out there, it's art. You give it that power to stand and withstand whatever weather comes towards it. You know, the storm that comes is bound to regardless. But I know that my music is always going to test and stand within the time forever because the shit come from a real place. Like, naturally, I don't care how fucked up the shit be. If I throw that motherfucker at the wall, it's gonna stick. It fucking happens. Part of me. But the shit goes through. The sleaze is undeniable. You can't fucking break this. It's unbreakable.
Part of my sleaze is tough.
Nah, facts.
I think what I really...
I'm not gonna lie, bro. ALT, I don't care. Like, look, Willie's so far to me out in the underground scene on that album. Got album of the year, bro.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean...
Everybody gonna have their opinion. I'm just so firm on that shit, and I got another album of the year that could wash that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of motherfuckers putting their eyes on this shit. That's always what it's always been. It's never been, you know,
the quality of the talent.
Yeah, really that. It's the quality, like the shit. It's the most elegant shit. It's this cream of crop, like real shit. But beyond that aspect, I had to graduate to the sleaze, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
So for those who may not know, what is the sleaze?
The sleaze is like truly like that me. Like, all right, whatever that is unique to me, you gonna know what the sleaze means just off of me stepping in the room and letting my presence and essence speak. You know what I'm saying? That's the breath I breathe. Like, that ass, like, it could be considered swag. It could be considered, oh, this nigga trim. Like, oh, this nigga came sleaze. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could replace any word with sleaze. Sleaze is basically like the cornerstone of what all this shit is that I'm trying to push out in the world. I want people to be more sleazy. You know what I'm saying? You could join the sleaze, get in the groove, hop in that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, damn, this nigga, he angry as shit, man. His sleeves slipping.
It's talking crazy right now. Like, you know this shit real.
Nah, man, pick your sleeves up, nigga. You out here bad.
Put it on the shirt.
Yeah, nah, facts. Get right. You know what I'm saying? That's all it really ever be. But beyond that, naturally, I just want people to know that it's a positive thing. We really just trying to get people to embark on the idea that you could be and always see yourself in the highest form.
Yeah.
Like, naturally, Sleazy is just like, oh man, like, today I came out knowing I was finna have a good ass day. Cause I'm on that Sleeze, nigga. You feel me? Get on your shit and then just go fucking make a check, get some money or something, nigga. It's not really like, oh, this nigga's bodacious as hell, just hella, you know what I'm saying, confident in himself. Maybe you should be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am a little full of myself.
Maybe I'm a little
Fuck it. Hey, I'm off that Sleeze, nigga. Please, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shit, it's bound to, you know, be contagious to motherfuckers. And I have no issue with that. I want people to feel so proud to be a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Your Sleeze done been pardoned too, little nigga. No cap, nigga, facts.
Where did the Sleeze come from? How did you develop the Sleeze?
Really, it started at Graham. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, me and the gang, like, it was me and like 4 other niggas, like, for real. And we started the Sleeve Fleet. Like, that shit, it was never about music. I promise you that. I stand on my 2 feet and tell you motherfuckers, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this shit. It did not start with music. Music came afterwards. And that's when I put it in, integrated it into an idea that represented just stepping out and being your true authentic self in any room you be in, you know what I'm saying? Any environment, any time you just, you know, in the grace of a motherfucker. Just be sleazy, goddamn. Be you. That's what it mean. Like, I don't want that shit getting confused by no goddamn body. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate the platform bro provide. You know what I'm saying? I get to speak this shit out loud. Like,
word is bond.
Right.
I mean, this is Talk Ain't Cheap.
You know what I'm saying? Talk ain't cheap.
Part
I
of
got
my
my license.
sleeves.
Word is sport. You know?
Pardon my sleeves.
Part of my sleeves. Nigga, part of me. We on the waves with it.
Pardon my demeanor.
Yeah, part of my, really
though.
Part of my lingo. Part of my,
Feel me?
Part of my essence.
Yeah, real shit.
Immaculate energy, immaculate taste.
Gosh, always.
That's what the vibe is for real, you know? So that's where we at now. Like, I feel like that.
That's why I say it's some shit you got to graduate to for real. You got to get through the thick and thin. You know what I'm saying? Know how to maneuver. Then you understand that true feeling that gets you to that sleaze. You know what I'm saying? Before you get there, it's like almost a form of stoicism.
Yeah.
To a degree, because it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Life got to go up to go down, and it got to go down to go up. It's a wave. You know, can you ride that motherfucker without sinking in that tirade, or do you fucking you get sleazy on these niggas?
Exactly. And I think that's both in our music, like the beginning parts of our albums that we have. It's just like, I don't have as many as Will yet, but it's trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like, of like getting through rough patches, but like through each project you graduate into new phases of self. And in this phase of self, it's just like, we overcame this.
Definitely had to get through I'm talking about literally from Burning Bush. Burning Bush was my discovery phase, okay? You know what I'm saying? I had that outer body experience where I was able to speak to myself and visualize God in the presence. You know what I'm saying? That was the experience alone to wake my eye up. You know what I'm saying? With my eye, I now have the vision to see. Novocaine was the pre-doctrination. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that before I made Burning Bush, but it had to drop after Burning Bush because of how special it was. Novocaine was the time period where I was numb. You know what I'm saying? It's the explanation to why the Burning Bush came. But the numbness, the process through which it was more so like, okay, I just studied my feelings of all the wash of trauma, all the moments of me sticking through it and just explaining it in a blissful way that people could feel the healing from it. Then after that, I got flashy on niggas with Martinelli Macalev.
And I think low key that's where the beginning of the sleaze started to come out.
That's where the sleaze.
It starts to bleed out.
I got over it, like, you know what I'm saying. Every aspect of what I thought was something out to get me. Like, the shit wasn't out to get me, nigga. It was there to test you. You had to learn your lesson from it. You know, what did you learn? You know what I'm saying. Do you learn or do you keep going through the cycle? You know what I'm saying. And whatever that cycle is, it could be anything. It could be self-inflicted. It could be, you know what I'm saying, your environment, the people you around, your friends, or your family. It could be the closest motherfucker. It could be the nigga next to you. You never know. It could be any goddamn body. But,
does it matter to you, like, which project is received more?
Not at all. Because it's like, if I felt good putting it out, like, obviously, I know people have a subjective approach. Like, naturally, I don't even like some of the shit I have out. Like, I don't play a lot of shit that's old, of course, no more. But beyond that, I know it resonates with somebody. Somebody, it's a group of people somewhere. I've never spoken to these motherfuckers. And they talk about this shit together. And I'm not in the room. And that alone warms my heart. You know what I'm saying? It could be the weakest song I ever thought I ever made. But there's somebody out there like, damn, this nigga don't miss. And over this little weak ass song I just fucking put together, like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was on some fucking shit and it fucking worked. So
Where's Bond?
that's all it is.
Okay. So pardon my sleaze.
Pardon my sleep.
Pardon my sleaze. So Machiavelli Mac 11.
Martinelli Mac 11. I know it's a tongue twister. It's
Martinelli Mac 11.
Yeah, like think of like the juice. Like
Nah, that's all. I know the juice. I know the
yeah, you got the juice.
I got the juice.
You know the juice.
I know that. Favorite. That's the top apple juice right there.
Yeah, real shit. That is.
And they make, as if you know, they're from California. A lot of people don't know they're from California.
Word too.
And that company also makes the apple cider.
Yeah.
That the sparkling apple cider, the Martinelli sparkling.
Good shit. Yeah.
That shit's so immaculate. That niggas think that shit champagne. They call that shit Christian wine.
That's why the fucking Martinelli Mac 11 shit resonate. I'm telling you. Damn. I don't even know what it is, but for some reason that shit is snazzy.
Snazzy. Shit is fucking immaculate, bro.
Facts.
Very tough project. I was rocking, like I said, my favorite songs. It's not just one song, it's two songs. They come on back to back. I think, it's Willie Wise and Love Jade.
Yeah, I could see that. Everybody loved Willie Wise. Willie Wise was definitely another throwaway. I ain't gonna lie, that tape was a whole bunch of throwaways to me. But it was like, Willie Wise wasn't really a throwaway. It just was one of them songs I didn't even know where it could fit. That right there is that Jay Dilla joint.
Don't Cry is crazy.
Yeah, Don't Cry. Yeah, nah, I gotta revisit that project and do the knowledge. Nah, no cap, because Martinelli Mac 11 did start the fire. Like, that's what really was the last little jab to the chin to really check niggas. Like, I can't even fake. Like, I had really put some hard nails into the coffin with Burning Bush and Novocaine. That's really what the fuck got the ball off the ground and rolling. But Martinelli Mac 11, that shit did the money shake. Like, that shit put me in there. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? I got a partnership deal. Shit going steady now. What do we do with it?
Yeah.
So what does your team look like now?
As far as like who I interact with and just do work with?
No, like you don't have like a team of people that sole purpose is getting your shit out there?
No, of course I got
street team, promotions, marketing, merchandise. Really. Like, you gotta build the infrastructure.
Yeah, like I'm with Equity. I do work with them, but a lot of everything that's like being handled is like me and my team is still like fragments of the garden for real, or like the Sleeve Fleet. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them niggas, and including myself. I do a lot of heavy goddamn lifting. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always. It wasn't heavily intentional, but I know the best work get done by these two hands, my nigga. It just happens to be that way. So, as far as like needing a team, this shit, it gets shaky along the way. Some motherfuckers get left behind. Some motherfuckers push they self out the door. They push they self out the way. You know what I'm saying? Walk the plank on their own. But I knew that to keep this shit on the straight and narrow, Willyynova had to kick this motherfucking ball in my hand. I had to keep this shit tucked in the corner type shit. Like, and I'm gonna run that play. And I ran all my plays, and them shits came back green. Some shit. It really was never about having a team, you know what I'm saying? Even if I had motherfuckers along to show support, but it never really was a team for real. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I manned this mission by myself. I was on some lone wolf shit just to get to here, like, just because dragging motherfuckers along, you know what I'm saying? They be on that coattail. That shit really, it's hard to say out loud, because for me personally, I take gratuity from every experience I have with people. You know what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers don't even be trying to be out to get you type shit, but throughout the long way, they end up being that character in that book. And it just really get written just like that. And everybody play their own wrongs in the story, however that may be written, but what do you gain from the experience, my nigga? That's how I'm gonna flip the coin that way every time. Like, what did I gain? All right, bet. Well, I know this is how that shit come off. What do I pick up from it? Carry on. Carry on. Keep on carrying. Every time you fucking carry on, you add another fucking infinity stone. I swear to God. This shit gonna start clicking sometime. You only fail so many times till you start making shit click. That's where the consistency comes into play. Mm-hmm. And that's what make people get further. And they be questioning and wondering, like, damn, why this nigga getting better? This nigga keep getting better. He keeps doing shit. He's making it happen. I didn't want that to happen. I actually hate this nigga. And I hate him worse now because he's doing what I wanted to do. I can't get off the goddamn ground because I can't get out the bed and stop consuming shit. I can't stop looking at people on Instagram doing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm so stuck and just scrolling. I'm just scrolling. Fuck it. Scroll till tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, I'm going to keep scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Scrolling. That's an addictive drug right there, nigga. Scrolling. Mm-hmm. Stop scrolling so much. Yeah. Word for me. Stop scrolling. Hashtag. That's the tweet.
I ain't gonna lie. I was one of them people that just be scrolling, bro.
Hey, we all do it.
I'll be like, but what I started doing now, bro, is like, I'll be like, I'm not going on Instagram. Like today, I didn't go on Instagram more than like 5 times.
Yeah.
For like 30 seconds though.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I was like, I'm gonna sleep and I'm gonna listen to a podcast about passion and purpose. Passion and purpose.
Yeah.
How did you find your passion, and is that your purpose?
I'm gonna say that just blessed the soul. Shout out to Arizona, Mucho Mango type vibe.
We need that sponsorship. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. They've been supplying good drinks since I was a child. I don't even need
and they don't change the price.
I don't even need no sponsorship.
They don't change the price. Shout out to not having a marketing.
I do it for the love.
I do it for the love. I don't even need it. I'm good on the check. But everybody else, y'all better run that. I ain't gonna have. Need it. I need it. Hashtag need it. What?
Passion and purpose.
Passion and purpose. Now, I found my passion and purpose. It was never too far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Music was something I've always been in love with. From the day I was born, shit, straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rhythm was something innate to me. You know what I'm saying? But doing music on my own volition, it came from finding my voice through boredom. Real shit, you know what I'm saying? I say really it birthed me through my experiences, like just spirituality through boot camp in the military. When I was in the military, I couldn't have my recluse, my escape from reality, which was music. I had no electronic device to tap in, or you know what I'm saying? New music coming out, I'm not even fucking hip. Oh, damn, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize how tapped in so heavily I was to everything going on musically. Even when I wasn't making music, I was just a consumer, you know what I'm saying? I made playlists. Everybody came to me to plays, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting everybody in the hood on, you know, everybody. I'm talking about every age group, young to old, you know what I'm saying? Didn't matter. I had it all. I literally studied everything. I was hyper fixated on music because of my attachment to it. The feel it gave me, you know what I'm saying? The form of healing, the form of relief, or release shit, you know what I'm saying? Through everything in life, it was a battle constantly, you know what I'm saying? Going to school, you know what I'm saying, being integrated in different environments or getting ripped out of them and put into other ones prematurely and not having time to really put my feet down or adjust or even adapt, you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, that's really what it was like. So through those experiences, I traveled so much, and through my travel, I would have my headphones in. That kept me locked in. It kept me stable. It kept me straight. You know what I'm saying? I was good, even if I didn't have to say 2 words to the next. So music, that's how I found me. That was my passion from that. Doing it, that came from being in quarantine or quarantine, however the fuck you say that shit.
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Lockdown.
Shout out COVID.
Lockdown. Shout out to COVID. But
that shit was crazy. What was COVID like for you during that time?
It was either smoke weed and get high or argue with the family. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
It was a lot of that. And if I didn't have shit else to watch on TV, I might just go interact with one of their ass. But I got bored enough to just start fucking with BandLab. And BandLab was like a little app on the phone and shit.
Shout out BandLab, because I still use BandLab.
Yeah, like niggas getting off on BandLab. Shout out to BandLab. But yeah, like for the career to birth from that shit, quite the comic. It's funny as shit. But I was just trying shit then too. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I might just post this motherfucker. And I did. I just posted a couple shits. Like even like not thinking it was like corny or what. I knew this shit was corny. I was like, nigga, this shit corny as hell. We'll keep it a buck. Like my idea around doing music before then was like, nigga, this some stereotypical ass bullshit. Like, I can't believe my ass done fell into this fucking loophole just like every other nigga my age. I was actually disturbed at that thought. But like after a while, I knew I was a nigga that was quiet, you know what I'm saying? Didn't really care to talk much, but it was an activity I already enjoyed so thoroughly just because it was something I could, you know what I'm saying, be nerdy about. You know what I'm saying? Little black niggas need something to be nerdy about sometimes. Go put your head in a book or something. You know what I'm saying? Just get away from this shit that's really just to tear you down. It's so many things that just get you distracted and get you quickly ready to crash out on some goofy shit for no reason. It's so easy to throw your life away today. I swear, like niggas 14 ready to just buck shit at a nigga for no reason. Yeah. Like I had to find something, like, you know what I'm saying? So once I was able to channel the energy to just put it somewhere, I was like, okay, this actually does give me relief in other forms of my life. It started actually making me wash my hands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I one hand wash the other type shit. Like, damn, okay. This is making me a better person, nigga. How could I not take this shit serious? Like, you know what I'm saying? My approach to the music was so therapeutic that it helped me figure out that I can free myself. Self-freedom will give you freedom in the outer body. You know what I'm saying? That alone, unlocking that was enough to show me that, okay, it didn't matter if I made money from it. So I'm not going to be like the rest of these niggas and try to be like the rest of these niggas. Word. Like, that's where niggas get lost in the shit. And starting with that is why I'm still here, still doing that shit. No matter what. I'm going to keep doing that shit. And whether the number is 1 and they got a whole bunch of zeros behind that bitch, or it got none, shit. I know a motherfucker gonna play this shit somewhere and feel that shit. I'm like, damn, this nigga smooth.
I'll say what I enjoy about what you do is your beat selection.
Yeah. Oh, it's impeccable. I think that's one thing I learned from this nigga, actually. Like, I've always been, tied into the loop with making beats and this stuff. But, like, as far as choosing what fits,
you just rap on anything, bro.
Just rapping,
whatever you get coming in tuck.
That's how I came up rapping, though. But his style is like real specific, and it's like attuned to, like, his ear is like for a range. Not even just knowing him as my bro. Like, we share the same music taste. Like, even how he arranges playlists and curates is very specific and detailed. That's a Gemini. I feel like and shit. But like when it comes down to like the song selections and what goes in the world that he wants to create, I feel like he's really good at choosing like the right thing and even putting things together.
I think that's another byproduct of like me constantly having to change environments through everything in life. Like I learned how to read the room, to so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny how like that was something that could translate to music, but I feel like being in so many different environments and heavily like socialized in different places, it just helped me pick up so many different traits and like interest as well too. Like, so I'm hearing different types of music, different cultures, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit. It's just charcuterie board of different flavors, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere I go. So I pick up on that shit and I find what's the cream of the crop of it because I can easily observe. And so from that, I was able to narrow in on what I liked in life, whatever that was. And if it was music, I would treat it the same way as far as finding instrumentals to hop on or like, you know what I'm saying, even curating alone for other people to hear like a playlist or some shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I need beats. Yeah. Can you pick some beats for me, my bro?
I'll listen to your shit and I'll do a deep dive.
I need some beats. That's my biggest issue. Like,
I think niggas need to do the knowledge on motherfucking me and Will's catalog. Like the song me and Will got
all the
together.
shit that y'all done together is crazy.
Yeah.
We can
Niggas
go
haven't
through
really
it.
done that. I feel like some niggas getting hip to the knowledge now, but like niggas haven't done the knowledge for real.
No. It's really like a lot of them already caught fire.
Midsummer.
Yeah. That's really was the first one that really like kicked it off.
Niggas need to do the knowledge on how them songs was made and what the.
Tell us what's up. We here. Why not just
gatekeep it?
You gotta gatekeep
some of this shit.
how was that shit made, nigga?
We gotta gatekeep some of that shit.
Some of that shit, nah, facts.
Cause Midsummer was hard.
Nah, that shit for sure is euphoric as fuck for a reason.
For a reason.
Facts. Ascension type shit.
A lot of our songs are like every time we work together, it's on the lines of something like that. Like it's always a euphoric thing that happens or something very specific.
Yeah, and more times than not, it's just some spiritual shit. Like nigga, don't even expect nigga to be like, oh, these niggas, they goddamn went off Shit's Creek.
I was gonna say y'all niggas on ayahuasca.
Nah, it ain't that, bro. Like it's just forms of self-discovery. Like niggas really be having them conversations and coming with that approach that help, you know what I'm saying, build that understanding. And that's why the chemistry worked the way it worked. You know what I'm saying? Man. A lot of people don't have that to stand on. And when they come, you know what I'm saying, you have a relationship between two different artists, they may have as much as not even a speaking relationship because you just motherfuckers sending shit through the wire. You can't really make music that we make off that type of approach to it. It makes sense. You know
and it goes like
been through shit with this nigga. I couldn't fucking write it down. You know what I'm saying?
All types of shit, man. And it just be like, you know, over time, now the world is like waking up to what it is. But the real question, the real thing I want to get into is just like this motherfucking Mr. Nobody song.
Yeah, let's talk about that shit.
You get into that.
Talk about it. How y'all feel? What made y'all come out? What made y'all approach that song the way y'all did?
I'll just be honest. Pardon me.
Pardon my sleeves.
Pardon me. Pardon my sleeves. Pardon my sleeves. But Mr. Nobody is kind of like the oracle of just like really like noticing the change, like, and really sitting in it and being like, well, I knew you niggas was gonna eventually ride the wave, but you know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna wave it in your fucking face that you didn't give a shit at first. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was funny when I was working on my art.
Pardon me.
You thought it was funny when I was working on my art.
Pardon me.
Real shit.
Pardon my sleeves. Man. Yeah, it feels like it's one of them ones. Like, man, I love how every time we get together and we talk about some shit that's kind of like the world needs to hear. Like, Mr. Nobody's like one of them records that everybody feels like the underdog sometimes, my nigga. Like, everybody feel like, you know, especially those who really outside. That's who the ones I'm really talking to. I'm talking to the motherfuckers who's really outside trying to be better, trying to do the right thing and putting in work that need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got one song coming out on my album coming out next 40 days. Like, shout out all my cashier. Feel me? Like, shout out my people who's actually working.
Now, 40 days is hard.
Yeah, bro. They don't even know about that yet, bro.
4 days was hard.
They don't even know. But to Mr. Nobody, I feel like everybody needs that record to give them the underdog their anthem. You feel me? Like, cause you nobody at first, then nobody's a nobody till everybody heard. Nobody got more money than everybody. Like, come on now, bro. Like, when everybody gets their moment, everybody needs that song that's like, yeah, man, I need. Feel me? Like, y'all was shitting on me at first, but now I'm up. Feel me? That's my shit. Like, you know,
that's part of my sleeves.
Part of my sleeve.
You know, part of me. But like, look, nigga, you thought it was funny, and that'd be the funny part. Now I get to laugh. I'm laughing. I'm fuming actually. But the shit is like really like it's a blissful approach too. Still, like, I'm not finna be a dickhead about it, but I noted, nigga. I took notes. Straight up. Like,
the knowledge.
You was always watching. You waited till another nigga said something, so you said something. You niggas be waiting on other niggas' approval. Yeah. And that type of shit be why I be feeling like, you know what I'm saying, these niggas be gay. Right.
I mean, shit.
shit kind of gay.
It's a weird time right now. I'm not gonna sit here and cap.
That shit.
Outside is real zesty. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't take it's real. It's real.
Niggas are snitching on themselves. Shit gets exposed.
It's real weird outside right now.
Zesty as fuck.
Pardon me.
Yeah, pardon. I can't pardon that shit though. Sleeze got pardoned on 6/7, 2024, but that shit cannot be pardoned. And you niggas need to stop dick riding. You niggas need to stop flagging. Goddamn, stop with the tendencies of the bitch ways.
Hey.
All of that shit needs to be, unfortunately, shamed. Goddamn it. You niggas need to bring shame back. Goddamn it, because so much shit been let fly lately.
I don't go outside anymore. I haven't been outside since 2020.
The energy is fucking 2021 right now.
I haven't been outside since 2021.
Don't go outside. Shout out to my nigga Unruly.
Shout out.
Don't go outside.
Okay.
Shout out Revenant.
What about so 2 projects out right now? And what did you just play for me? That's what I'm before we go into that, what makes you pick the album covers that you have?
Damn.
Part of my Sleeze album cover was crazy.
Yeah.
God is Love is crazy.
Yeah, we barely talked about God is Love too.
Yeah.
We was on Martinelli on some shit like a motherfucker, but God is Love really is
That's
what,
the one.
really, God is Love is why we're in this room right now.
Nah,
Yeah. God is Love, we could talk about God is Love. God is Love is really like the magnum opus for real. Mm-hmm. That shit is
that's
why
the joint everybody got to know you on. I feel like
that's what put me in the mesh and the itching, the stitches and shit of like the underground community, like as a one of the greats, like type shit. Fuck the like, oh, this nigga's decent. Like, no, nigga, this nigga's actually stellar. Like, holy shit, this little nigga got some shit on him. You know what I'm saying? And he been doing it too. Like, don't get the shit confused. Like, but God is Love is like, all right, you got enough shit under your belt, and you actually still succeeded by bringing out some shit. Your first collaboration project, not even a collaboration, but like in partnership with a label. You know what I'm saying? That was the first, like, you know what I'm saying? All right, real, like, considered to the masses, probably real album. Other shit still was album. Keep it a buck, because that's just how I craft your shit. Fuck a mixtape. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is grand. Everything is cream of the crop. Everything is amazing. And everything is coming at you with just aimed to make you scratch your head. Just straight up. But a part of the whole idea of that is why it reflects in the cover arts. The cover arts have to be art. Like, if it ain't art, you know what I'm saying? I ain't finna just throw no cartoons on and no bubble letters on some bullshit on you niggas. I'm not doing that. It's real beyond, you know what I'm saying, like surface level thinking shit for a reason. Cause that's just, it represents me as a person. You know what I'm saying? In the references to history.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Bigger than that, yeah. It's the history. Yeah. It's the anthology.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
So.
And that's what we on right now. I feel like right now, we not even rappers no more, man. We like some anthologists.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit can get real philosophical around this motherfucker.
It's that. It's literally that. And I feel like Spirit is guiding us. I feel like, again, going back to what I was saying about this trip, being enlightening for me, has been like, been here for like a week. And it's just like, damn. Every day was on some shit where a different part of self was like awakened, especially going through the wormhole and just hearing where Willy's been with this shit has me inspired to go crazier with my drop. And it's just like I caught wind of like, I don't know, like that energy, so
I feel that. James, you ready to talk?
What's going on?
Bro, what has life been like for you? Like, what have you been up to?
I've been up to a lot of different shit. Since graduating college, where I was making music with Willy and everybody. Been pretty much like in the scenes of just like co-creating with a whole bunch of people back in LA. I've been finding myself in different spaces. It's just like some industry stuff, typical LA. Everybody's, doing something. And that's what I have noted. Like my peers and my friend group around me is becoming like the type of friends that I know that God is preparing me for the lifestyle I'm about to enter into. Like everybody I'm interacting with is kind of hustling and we on the come up, and I'm just inspired by everyone. I mean, so many of my homies, like, I just got a new crib. So me and one of my best homies, we've been locked in, making a whole bunch of music together and producing for people. And that's where like 2022 is like when I stopped producing for everybody. Started like working with different artists, worked with just some different artists, successful artists too, and found myself in these spaces. I'm just like, okay, well, I've always dreamt about being in some of these places. When it finally happened, it just was like a thing that wasn't fulfilling all the way. Like it was like I got the high, but it was like, all right, now what do I do with that? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at the phase where it took me to like going away and being at home to realize like, yo, like this isn't making me as happy as I was when I was in college, like creating my shit. Like it's harder to find people that's kind of on the same wave as you, even though we kind of are in the same headspace. We all like late 20s, just like dealing with life, getting grown and taking care of bills and whatnot and shit, while following our dreams and shit. But it still wasn't the same energy as like, oh, I'm trying to go out here and, like actually record or hustle up that love or passion. Maybe they're doing it on their own accord. Like everybody's doing it for their style, but like not everybody has the same style as me, you know, and I don't want to conform my sound all the way, even though I'm flexible in my sound and what I can create. I feel like personally for me, I have a sound that's like, has an audience for it. And I want to push out more of my own product to that audience. And so that is where I've been with the music. As far as self shit, I've been going through different things, just trying to heal from like just little shit that happens over time. And I'm good. I'm realizing that I'm in a place in my life where I'm able to like help myself and expose myself to more things that I wasn't able to do while I was in college. Like I've always wanted to travel. I always wanted to pop out, but I didn't have the finances to. So now I'm in a space to where I can pop into these different things and show up for things that I really fuck with. And yeah, I can do it at my own leisure because I'm paid now. I mean, that's what I've been.
You're paid now.
Pardon my sleeves.
Hashtag I'm paid.
Pardon my sleeves.
Hashtag nigga got the sleeve bucks around it.
Yeah, it's going out left and right.
Nigga said I got sleeve bucks. That's crazy.
You need to get up on the sleeve bucks.
I feel that. Are you guys fulfilled like after all of the music and the experience that you had together? Like, are you fulfilled, or is this like the beginning of tomorrow?
Shit has been successful, but I can say for Will too, we are not
fulfilled.
Nah, every time we take a bite, the stomach gets bigger.
Yeah.
The shit funny how it works. That's a crazy ass way of saying it. Yeah. Somebody take that. I don't even need the patent, but the whole thing is like, we've been talking about this shit back then, you know what I'm saying? We was having conversations and deep philosophical discussions on where niggas want to scale this shit to. It's like, this is just along the ruler. We're still making it up that ladder. And we don't mind taking that ladder. You know what I'm saying? That ladder is something, like every stop on that ladder has got some shit that's just gonna hold forever. Like, yeah, people don't appreciate building a legacy enough no more.
It's crazy. Like Willie is younger than me, but he gave me the wisdom sometimes. I'll be like, damn, I'll be talking to this nigga like, yo, I feel like sometimes he's more at ease with everything going for him than I am, looking at it from the outside in. I'm just like, damn, bro, you did X, Y, and Z, or you got X, Y, and Z coming up. He's just like, oh yeah, well, it is that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so when do you celebrate the small wins, Will?
We always celebrate them.
That's the thing. Like,
I
celebrate every day. I celebrated when I woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? I marvel at the thought that there's so many good things going on at all times that I don't never forget to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I do it in my own way though. And typically celebrating for me, it might be some small shit because I appreciate little things. You know what I'm saying? Just alone, like, you know what I'm saying? nigga get some goddamn Dominican ice or some shit.
Yeah,
you know
that's a celebration. Or like
I fuck with Dominican ice out here. That shit nice. You know what I'm saying? Give me a tub of that shit. Me and bro split that. That shit in the freezer. Goddamn, been smoking that shit down for the last 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Fucking that Dominican ice up.
That shit is
you know what I'm saying?
serious.
We got that childlike energy to us still though. You know what I'm saying? Through any type of situation that may taint it, we still replenish. You know what I'm saying? The soul is enrichment to us. Yeah, naturally, something as small as that could make me joyful. So I don't never take for granted anything. It's like, that's why shit keep coming in abundance.
But we do go up on drop day.
We do go up on drop days.
We do go up on that.
We go up on drop days.
Every time we, you know what I'm saying? Just like even small celebrations of just like take shit in. Like even when I first got here, like I was graced with the gifts. I was graced with the gifts.
Experience.
With the experience. And I think that's cool. Like we always do something or talk about something or like, you know, go out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate how we...
Gift could be a little drink or something. You never know what I'm saying? We might just, you know what I'm saying?
You'll see us outside. That'll be the gift to you. How about that? That'll be a gift. You'll see me outside at your local bar or function.
Pardon my sleeve. Pardon my sleeves.
Pardon.
Nah, I feel that. I like how you guys operate in gratitude. I like just the evolution of your music and just how far you've both come. I guess my next and final question is, what's next? Where are you at? To like, how do you become fulfilled?
I'll say fulfillment for me right now, I just come from possibly just a tour. I definitely
that's
tour.
Yeah, we want that back.
We talking short term right now. Short term fulfillment would definitely be a tour.
We manifesting tour.
Like a good one too. Like that shit set up. I'm talking about, this nigga executed that bitch. Perfect. You scrape my chains and get the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And I may double back, of course. But when I do, and before I do, I will have a certain form of fulfillment. And that's just whatever form it comes in. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not going to forever fulfill me, but that's what I do have as a short-term form of fulfillment on the list. Now, be that as it may, you know what I'm saying? If that shit come or it don't, I don't have an expectation for how that may look. You know what I'm saying? Setting expectations is why I feel like everything has been blown out the box. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do approach, it gets scaled to 1 million because God is good as a mother. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? God be humbling me. Like, you don't know how good it could really get till you put it in his hands.
That's on God.
Right.
But like for real, it's so much going on and we have so much ground to cover within ourselves that I'm just happy about wherever this shit takes us.
That's what I appreciate the position I'm in. Every moment is something to appreciate.
Yeah.
That's the bare minimum.
But that tour, that's manifestation. We manifesting tour 2025. Yeah. We manifesting multiple tours 25 venues 2025. Merch, more merch 2025. Yeah. That's really all I have to say.
I love it. And that's gonna fulfill y'all?
For now. We'll never know. That's where my horizons are, like as far as short term go. I mean, there's always a bigger picture, but like the biggest one that's gonna get us further, the next step for us is getting further will be touring. That's the way we'll be able to generate more money for ourselves.
That's the next best thing, literally. That's what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you know what I'm saying? What we looking for right now? Tour, man. We try to tour, you know what I'm saying? Cities. You know what I'm saying? Any cities try to get at us, you know what I'm saying? Try to fuck with us. Small venues, large venues, you know what I'm saying? Speakeasies. Goddamn, we try to fuck with y'all. We go together real bad and we try to make this thing happen.
Come on now.
All right, we got good energy to bring. That's all it really is.
Hey.
And beyond that, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to taste some good food, you know what I'm saying?
Meet some good people.
Meet some new people. I'm trying to have a good conversation, spark interest to the next.
And it's coming. We got our team building up around us too. We got some new members in this motherfucker that's like real.
Yeah,
everybody playing their role. So shit, I'm fucking with it.
Pardon. You get pardoned. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. And people want to find y'all, link up with y'all, be a part of y'all journey. Where can they go and do that?
Check me out on Instagram, Willyynova, WILLYYNOVA, double Y's every time. Always 2 Y's. Part of my sleeves.
You can follow me at JamesThe3rd on everything. That's JamesThe3rd. That's everywhere and anywhere you want to find me.
Stay mobbish.
Alright, shit. I think we gave the people enough sleaze for one night.
I think Steez and Sleeze, nigga.
Gave them a lot of sleaze. Pardon it.
Sleeze.
And like I said, y'all tuned in to Talk Ain't Cheap. Thank y'all for y'all support. Make sure y'all follow the brands Talk Ain't Cheap. Everything in the bio for real. Go follow everything in the bio. Alright? But y'all tuned in to Talk Ain't Cheap, and y'all know the slogan, it's not that deep. It's a vibe.